Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today's tutorial, I want to teach you guys what I like to call the unbalanced stitch. I call it that just because, well, you'll see whenever we work the pattern. It's a really simple pattern. Technically it's a 1-row repeat, but if you want to change colors, then we just say it's a 2-row repeat because you change color after the second row, the second repeat. But here's a little solid sample. Very pretty. I like this. It's squishy. You can see, if I hold my panel like that, you can see it's a thicker piece. And then here's the stripe piece. And I have a little trick that I want to show you guys. So do you notice how these lower rows right here, how you can see the white through those purple and the purple through the white? But up here, it's not as bad as it is down here. I learned I didn't learn, I figured out a way to kind of keep that from happening the best I could. So I will show you guys how we work that. But like I said, I call this the unbalanced stitch, and you'll see why when we work the pattern. We work into each chain 2 space, we work a single chain 2 double, and it just unbalances. It makes the stitch go oop, just like that. So unbalanced. Anyway, all right. So if you want to use this pattern, this is a chain multiple of any multiple of 3 plus 1. So 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 plus 1. Okay. So I have a little chain here. I think this is 28, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So 9 times 3 is 27 plus 1, 28. So that's what I'm going to be working with from my little sample. And you guys can use this pattern for anything you want to. So having said that, use whatever yarn you want or thread, and you can use whatever hook you want to use with your, I have a piece of hair, with your yarn or thread. Okay. And I do want to apologize for me looking a little beat up. I had to move a very, very heavy TV, and oh man, it beat me up. All right, so let's get started. So we are going to double crochet into the 4th chain from our hook. So we have 1, 2, 3, and right here is the 4th. So I'm going to go right in there with a double crochet. Well, this is kind of off topic, but I wanted to show you guys what I mean about how I got beat up by moving this TV. I don't know if you can see all the bruising on my arm. Oh man, this TV is like 165, 70 pounds, 170 I think. It is a beast. Okay, anyway, so now we are going to skip 2 chains, 1, 2, and into the next, we're going to work a single chain 2 double crochet all into that chain. So skip 2 into that next, work a single crochet, single, chain 2, and go right back in there with a double. And that is our pattern repeat for row 1. Skip 2 chains, single, chain 2, double into the next. Repeat that all the way across. So we skip 2 into the next, single, chain 2, double. Skip 2, single, chain 2, double. See why I call it the unbalanced? See how it just lays that way now? All right. Let's see. Skip 2 into the next, single, chain 2, double. Skip 2, single, chain 2, double. Skip 2, single, just about there, chain 2, double. I guess I made my little sample piece a little too long. Skip 2 into the next, single, chain 2, double. And we have 1, 2, 3 chains left. So go ahead and skip the 2 just like you have been, and into that last chain we just work 1 single crochet. And there's our little piece so far. Okay, so to move on to row 2, we chain 1, 2, and turn. Now this chain 2, technically it is not going to count as anything. We only need this to work around. So, you know, most of the times, or, well, I shouldn't say most of the time, but a lot of the time when you're working a pattern, mine or anyone's, sometimes they'll have you chain 3, turn, and then that chain 3 will count as a double crochet. Or sometimes I like to just chain 1, turn, and then work a double crochet. I don't want you to get confused that this actually is not a stitch. We'll use it later, but not as a stitch, okay? So you still need to chain 2, regardless of what you usually are used to working at the end of a pattern, right? So whatever you do, I want that you got to have that chain 2 at the end, okay? All right. So now we are going to double crochet right into that very first single crochet. So double right into there. And now we are going to go into each of our chain 2 spaces all across our row and work a single, chain 2, double, single, chain 2, double, single, chain 2, double, all across the row. So single, chain 2, double, single, chain 2, double. And another reason I really like this pattern, I am kind of giving you guys a little bit of a preface of a upcoming tutorial. I have a little project I'm working with this stitch pattern. Anyway, what I was trying to say before I got sidetracked was that another reason I really like this pattern is because this part, for, you know, my husband likes to travel a lot and he likes to drive, well, you know, that kind of traveling, not like flying or anything like that. But one thing I like to confess is that I'm not a huge crocheter while we're driving somewhere, just because I like to look out the window and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, the reason I'm saying that is because this is a stitch that you can work the single, chain 2, double into the chain 2 space. You can work that if, you know, without having to have your eyes on your work. And that's why I really like this. Anyway, I'm having a really hard time being tongue-tied today, and it's driving me nuts, and it's starting to aggravate me. I'm sorry. Anyway, all right. So once you have worked the single, chain 2, double all across your chain 2 spaces, what we're going to do now is that 3 chains that we skipped at the beginning. So if you can get your fingers around the 3 chains we skipped, we're going to go right around that chain 3 and work a single. And that is the end of your row 2. Now, if you want to do the solid sample, like my little piece right here, all I want you to do is repeat row 2. Chain 2, turn, double crochet into that single crochet right there. And then you just repeat that. Single, chain 2, double into each chain 2. And you work that all across. Come to that chain 2, that turning chain 2 that we did right there. That's when that piece is going to come into use. All you're going to do is work a single crochet around it. All right. So if you want to change color, like my striped piece, we are going to work that single crochet around the skip chain 3, and then we're going to chain 1, pull up a loop, make sure it's long enough to weave in later, and then cut your yarn. And whenever I'm working these ends, when I'm tightening down that chain 1 right there, I always like to pull my tail to the side. So all of the, I guess you could say, knots basically are to the side of the work as we go up. So like what I mean is like it's to the side right there. It just makes it a little easier to weave in your ends and hide everything and make it all look nice and neat. All right, so now we are just going to take our piece and flip it over and get your new color. And I get a slip knot on my hook. All right, and then we're going to go right into that same single crochet, the very first single crochet. So don't get confused with that little chain 1 that we use to change or to end the, or to fasten off. So right there is that first single crochet. We're going to go right in there with a slip stitch, and then just like I said with that, with the purple, that little knot right there, I'm just going to pull it to the side of the work so it's all along the side. Chain 2, and then go right back in there with a double, and then you just repeat row 2, single, chain 2, double. Okay, so right there, you see how it kind of leaves that single crochet, the legs of the single crochet are wide right there, and you can see the purple through it. One little trick that I kind of learned while I was working this was work your single crochet like normal, chain 2, and then when you work that double, try to pull everything this way. So I'm pulling my yarn through there just like that, and see how it closes it up a little bit more than this one. So I go ahead and just go into that next chain 2, work a single crochet like normal, chain 2, and then when I work the double, I just kind of pull everything to the side. Into the next, chain 2, and then it may not help you, I have no idea, but it helped me to kind of keep those colors from poking through. See? All right, anyway, where's that chain 2? Right there. So go ahead. I'm purposely, you know, pulling everything to one side. All right, so into that last chain 2, get your fingers around there. Single crochet right in there. Chain 2, turn, and we just repeat that again. Into that first single, work a double. And now for this part, you don't have to worry about those legs of the stitches staying close together, so you can just go right in there. 1, 2, double, single, chain 2, double, single crochet, chain 2, go in there with a double, single, chain 2, double, and just keep working that all the way across. Trying to hurry up and get to this end. All right, so now get your fingers around that chain 2, single crochet around that, chain 1, pull up a loop, and cut. So the pattern repeat for the striped part is working 2 rows of each stripe. And of course you can do more rows if you want. That's totally up to you. But that's all that pattern is. Like I said, I like calling it the unbalanced, the unbalanced stitch. All right, so a short little tutorial for today, and like I've said, I apologize. I'm so tongue-tied. My mind is in 15 different places right now, so I'm sorry. I know some people will comment and tell me how horrible I am for that, so thank you. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little stitch tutorial. And you guys can use this for whatever you want to. And that's it. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss what's next. And leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think about this little stitch. Check out the description box. I got all kinds of links down there for you guys. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.